I was at some of the London rallies, you know. I was there the day Emily Davison died after throwing herself under the hooves of the King's horse at the Epsom Derby. Silly woman. That wasn't the way to do it. But we were all so desperate over there to be recognised, to be heard. And now, finally, they are. The battle may be won, but the war isn't over. And there's no point discussing any of this with the generation that came before. We are the trailblazers. We are the ones to clear the way for those to come. My mother, conservative that she was, bless her soul, never understood my desire to have a profession, a voice. She couldn't fathom that I wasn't doing it to be selfish or difficult. I was doing it for women everywhere, herself included. Don't you know, you'll die an old maid. No one will have you. It's unnatural. And I just think, well, it doesn't really matter. I quite like myself and I don't need anyone else. Then one day, there was a day when we gathered outside the university, a small march from the student union. At the beginning, we'd linked up to start. I was in the front row. And we linked arms, and suddenly I had a rush of things. It was like everything had centred itself in the one place and it started to move. And it started to make me smile. And I kept trying not to smile, and the smile kept coming until I couldn't contain it any longer, and it just grew and grew so big. And then we stepped off and marched forward. The rest of the day seemed very flat after that. It seemed to me as if that was the point. You see, I'd realised there was so much more we could be doing than just marching. We could be living. The vote was something to fight for, but it was just one of many things. We could be whoever we wanted to be. We could do whatever we wanted to do. I had a wide world to see and a life to live. Such a life. And that's what made me smile. And despite everything, it still does.